See if I can do it this way or not. What I've done so far today is I've taken the seat off. I actually want to take it in and get it cleaned up, but I figured I'd take the battery out and give it a charge. Hopefully you can see it down there. So right now that's kind of what I'm doing. Some simple stuff, cleaning a few things. I may go as far as taking off the blinkers, both front and rear. Yeah, front and rear. But yeah, I got to get it to a point where I can tell if the bike is actually going to run. So the battery is almost completely dead. I put it on a charger and I'm just going to let it sit there. I'm going to get the seat sitting on my bench over here. I'm going to take that inside and see about cleaning it up. I've got some saddle soap and we're going to give this a good scrubbing. Alright, for this video what I want to do is I want to try to get this already seat looking better. Can't really say it's going to look brand new, but it should look better. And what I'm going to do, what I'm going to use is saddle soap. So yeah, what saddle soap is, it's leather care, okay? It will clean your leather, it will condition the leather, it will moisturize the leather, and it will also waterproof the leather. And it's basically just like any other soap. I mean, it's different, of course, but you get an applicator, in this case a small little towel, and you just kind of go around like this and build up a small lather of soap, and then you just start applying it. Now this is going to be a bit trickier because I've got all these little buttons on the seat and there's a lot of dirt and grime in those buttons. Technically I could take the buttons off. On the back side here there's stuff that passes through the leather, through all the padding, and it basically connects and pulls those buttons down. And I could undo those and take the buttons off, but then I gotta go through and pass them back through once I get everything done, and that's more of a hassle. So I'm just not gonna do it. And yeah, I know I'm missing this part down here. I'm just more worried about getting the top side right now, then I'll do the sides later. But again, just basically every time I lather up with more soap, I re-soak my rag. I like having it pretty well wet. I think the directions on the packaging actually say to just have it damp. Well, I like having it more wet. Sorry. I don't like having that cloth flopping around, so I wrap it around my hand. So I'm going to just do this little small portion, and then I'll give you a close-up of a before and after. Alright, then once I'm done with the actual scrubbing, I just take my towel, use the dry end, and just kind of buff it off. Now right now all you're really doing is just taking the moisture off. And then once it dries, you can go back over with a clean rag and really buff it up, and it should turn out pretty good. Alright, well after that first drying, it still looks pretty nasty, and that's, you know, going to be very common. You know, this thing has been sitting for who knows how long, just gathering dust, and all that dirt and stuff has gotten deep in the leather, so I'm just going to keep on going. the way down. See how dirty my rag is getting? And then that stuff there was just around the button, just all that dark stuff. I was really digging in and getting that stuff up. Whew. All right, I'm gonna keep working on this. Okay, so that's an unwashed portion. You can see all the dirt and grime in the buttonholes there. Even in this one here. But you can also see that, you know, it's dirty. There's brown spots on there and stuff like that. Now this is the area where I've just cleaned. You don't have a lot of those brown spots. You do have some minor leather issues, but the more you keep treating it, the better it's going to get. But look at it inside those buttonholes. Look how clean that is. Yeah. So yeah, the saddle soap is definitely working. This looks a lot better than it does from here down. And this is the main sitting area too, so this is where it's going to show the most wear and whatnot. So I'm just going to keep on working on this, and hopefully I'll have this looking in pretty good shape by the time I'm done. Alright, see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, got the seat all scrubbed up. I mean, those buttonholes are really looking good now. Look how shiny that leather is. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's a great thing to do to your leather seats. So if your leather seats are starting to get ratty looking, take some saddle soap to it, scrub it up. It might take a few passes for it to start looking good, but at least it's something that you're doing to protect the leather, okay? It's just not your ass sitting on it. So, I would say that this right now is done. And the thing is, I don't even know if I'm going to use the seat. I'm kind of thinking I might do a bobber project on this thing, but at the same time, I just want to get the bike running. And in fact, I've been working on this for so long, let's go outside and check the battery tender. Alright. Battery charger is still going. It's sitting at about 3 amps. Looks like it's doing about 3 amps an hour. So when I first plugged it in, hell, it was like 12 amps an hour or something like that. The battery was pretty dead. At least that's, I don't know how to actually read that thing. I know as the needle drops, it's not putting as much power into the battery. So as the needle drops, the battery is getting fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller. So to me, it's at almost a good dead battery stage. It's not completely full, but it's not completely dead either. So I'm just going to keep letting it sit there and charging. Jeez. Oh, and I did make a run to the hardware store real quick, and I got 2 bolts for this locations here. Both of those bolts were missing. It was just the 2 bolts on the other side that were holding it on. Look how dirty this rag got from washing that seat. Wow. Look at that. Look how grimy that is. Since I got the battery out, and I wanted this video to have something more than just pulling off the seat and polishing it up. So since the battery's out, I am going to take out the battery box itself. It's pretty rusted out and stuff like that, so I want to take it out, see if I can clean it up, maybe even give it a coat of paint, make it look a little bit better. So let's work on getting this out of here. Don't know exactly how I'm going to go about doing it. There's lots of little electrical things and components attached to it, so I've got to figure out how exactly I'm going to take all that stuff off. I was going to try to unhook the little electrical panel here, but I think I'll just take it off. Alright, so there's the little bracket that holds on this panel. So yeah, this bottom tab on this actually goes into here, and then the top one has the bracket and gets bolted into that hole right there. These are not attached to anything here, so I'm not going to worry about those. So everything right now that's right here, the only thing I have left, sorry you guys can't see me with all that bright lights shining through that door. The only thing I have left on this side are the 2 mounting bolts that are right here. And I think everything on here around the battery box is all a 10 millimeter. So there's that one. Alright, so there's those. Okay, now I'm on the right side of the bike. This right here is the ECU, and there's a mounting screw. There's a mounting screw right there for it, so I'll take that out. Can't get my socket in there, so I'll just use a wrench. That doesn't fit on like that. Gotta use the open side. You know what, there might be another one down here too. Yep. Let's take off all these other mounting screws. That way I might be able to move the box around a little bit. Now this front screw on the right side has this wire attached to it, so we'll have to remember that. There we go. Okay, so that is loose. Now on the front of the battery box, I've got this thing here, and it looks like it's held on by a couple of bolts, so let's get those off. And there's bolts on both sides, so I'll have to take them both off. And take it back to the left side. So the bolt here is actually hidden behind all these little electricals, all the little wires and whatnot. Alright, there we go for that. So that piece is off now. See, and that's just held in onto a little bushing right there. So that came off pretty easy. That's my rectifier right there. There we go. So I got that little piece of wire off, wiring harness off. I'm going to try to tilt this a little bit. Now I should be able to get to that bolt back there on that ECU unit. You can definitely see that bolt holding on the ECU. Dang it. There's just not enough room to clear the wrench. So just take my time. That's one thing about this little build. I don't have a deadline of when I want to have it done by. So right now, I don't really care how often I work on it or how fast it's going. I do have an idea of when I would like to have it done, but it's not necessary. There we go. There's the ECU unit off. Alright, what else do we have on here? We have this, whatever it is. Looks like it's just held on by a little grommet thing. Yep. So that just popped right off. I need a screwdriver to get these off. One screw on this side. There we go. And a screw on this side. So I'm taking a screw or a nut off. It actually does have a locking washer on there. Like that. And there's the locking washer. Let's see if I can turn it this way. There's my rectifier. Let's take that off. So 2 bolts holding it on. Oh, dang. Now this rectifier was something that the guy that sold me the bike actually said was an issue, is that the rectifier was bad, and that's actually why I also want to take this off, because I've got one ordered. I gotta take this one off so I can put the new one on when it comes here. There's my rectifier. I just dropped another bolt. So there's my rectifier, and like I said, this is something that the guy said was a main issue to why the bike's not running. Alright, so now I should be able to get this out of here just like that. So there's my battery box. I'm going to give it a bit of a scrubbing. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I'll give it a little scrub, get off some of this rust, and give it a coat of paint and make it look better. Why not, right? I'm not going to scrub the whole thing. I just want to basically get off a lot of the rust. And if I don't think this is going to work well enough, maybe I'll just soak it in vinegar for a little while. Okay, so I got the battery box looking pretty decent. I got most of the rust off. You can see there. And there's still a little bit, but not much. And I'm also going to put a coat of paint of Rust-Oleum on it, so that should prevent it from rusting out any further. So I'm just going to give it a few coats of paint. Okay, the battery box is all painted up. Just gotta wait for it to dry now. Okay guys, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to get the new rectifier is ordered. I'm going to get that in the mail here in just a few days, and I'll get that on. I'll get the battery box back in, the battery in. I'm not going to try to restart it yet because I've also ordered a carb rebuild kit. So I'm going to take the carburetors off, get those cleaned up, and get those rebuilt. And then I'll possibly try to start the bike. Alright, this is Mark saying thanks again for watching, and see you on the road.